All right, Ridley Scott, director's cut video, Buto, 50th birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Uh, do the quick survey course here based on 45 years. So I actually have a very clear memory of the first time that I met Buto. We were in kindergarten, and this darling little girl, her name is Carrie Schwartz. Let's see if we can find her. She is right here. Yeah, you see that? There she is with the little green thing over her head. The reason she has the green thing over her head is because I had a crush on her, so I connected her name to her picture, but she moved away. And when she said goodbye, I sat there kind of just holding my Johnson, too scared to say anything. But this Buto kid looks over and says, "Bye, Carrie. We'll miss you, Carrie." And he does this thing with his head. And she goes, "Mm." And right then and there, I'm like, this is one swab fuck. And so that pretty much set the tone for the next four and a half decades. So we go forward. We're in 6th grade at Stone Elementary School, Stone School Cavemen. We've got the final issue of the Pebble Press, the school newspaper. All of the 6th graders sign it. There's my signature, Buto's signature, and somebody has written cool next to his signature with a little arrow, and cool next to my signature. So we're the only two apparently cool people in all of the class of 1982 at Stone School. Fast forward and shuffle to sophomore year of high school. We had a number of classes together during high school. The English class with Miss Pulliam was probably the most boring, and that's where we developed the little stick figure in the black hat who would find very humorous ways to do away with our teacher, Miss Pulliam, which would probably get us thrown out of school now. Here actually is, let's see if we can find it. Oh, it's right there. There it is. There's the little guy in the black hat. And the inscription here from Buto is, well, another year has gone by. This year was a little greasier, thanks to Miss Pulliam. I'm not sure what that means. So then we move forward to U of I. And Buto's in the house during undergrad. I'm breaking land speed records as far as not getting any action in undergrad. So we hit law school. And let's see, we had our place on Oregon Avenue, which was the nicest slumlord you could ever hope to have. God bless his soul. And then California Avenue. Now, look at this. I find here, I have in my hand Tony Graham's lease. Oh, yes. So it looks to me like, oh, I made some comments there, with my deep lawyer skills. Have cable, I wrote. This is just according to my notes that, we might want to try to push this guy pretty hard. So we were paying $5,700 for the whole year, which is probably a pretty good deal. California Avenue, of course, was a great place. It was a wonderful place. Here's a few pictures, if you can see, from that party we had that caused the law school to pass a new rule about not posting unauthorized flyers. There's some good-looking gentlemen right there. And then the next thing you know, it's time to graduate. And I don't know if you've ever seen this, but I just happened to see this with the other ones here. I believe that is you coming back from your last final of law school, which is, of course, a pretty good deal. Oh, and here is you tonguing Lynn Martin, the then Secretary of Labor under George H.W. Bush and a proud U of I alum. So we get to Arlington. Arlington was it was a great apartment. It was a good time. Another holiday party, if you will. Let's look. Yep, right there. Right there. Here, I gotta get another brown liquor, please. And THC has kicked in pretty good. And Karen Xanax, which I swiped out of her purse. And it was a great time there. Then Southport. And then people getting married. I will never see a woman so ready to kill her offspring than Marge Butow sitting in the little chapel of my wedding, looking for Mr. Butow, who, through no fault of his own, was desperately trying to get there and totally made it on time anyway, but she was not pleased with her offspring. So I have a couple of other quick little Butow things here. Here's a, I'm not sure what it is, how to describe it actually. It's some sort of like free-form verse written in an almost unintelligible handwriting. I will read just one or two quick things from here. Oye Stugats, my tightness is not to be underestimated. For this semester, much to the virtue of your tightening, I have not masturbated. Although I am quite drunk and high and could go on the quad and beguile, the heavy stuff is not coming down for a while. And that last part is in quotes for some reason. Ending with, and so the semester has ended and not an equilibrium has passed, but drugs and Memphis wait for those who will not be morassed, and to whom the bells toll has not tendered. With a margin comment, please make rhyme on your own. 354-5444, Cindy Richmond. Coffee talk, we'll talk, no big whoop. So, just want to say one or two quick things here. Been a privilege to be your friend for this many decades. And Carrie, if you're watching this, if you want to know just who this guy is, you know better than any of us who this guy is. But he's the type of guy who you're sitting down in your apartment at U of I, and he calls you up, and he's at a Frank Sinatra concert in Chicago, and he's at a payphone or something, and he's holding the receiver up so that you can hear Frank Sinatra sing live. So this is around 93, 94, right? He's that type of guy. He's the type of guy who you're going on a double date, I think to go see Tony Bennett, and he kind of coaches you beforehand as far as how to look cool in front of your date, as far as picking the wine. He's like, you take the cork, just rub it with your, thumb and tell the waiter, yes, it's good. And I think we went to Rosebud on Rush or something. We do that. I'm like, yes, it's good. I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. And he just kind of hits you under the table like, way to go, man. And he's the type of guy who, it's a Friday, you're supposed to go actually out of town with Butow and Chad and some people, and 2 hours before you leave, you find out you're going to be a dad, and you've got a temporary job, you've got a tiny little apartment, you don't know that you can afford it, you're scared shitless, and you're just walking out by the lake that Friday night, and Butow's like, hey, you know what? Let's just go jump in the lake. Just clear your mind, jump in the lake. So we go do that. We get out. He's like, you know what? It's going to be all right. And it was, dude, you're the type of guy that raises all boats. You're the tide that raises all boats. You make your friends better people. You make them feel good about themselves. You are a great person and an inspiration to a lot of us. We all love you. You know that. And happy 50th, buddy. Really mean it. You're one of the best. You're one of the life's best. Take care.